is time for one of our featured bouts of the evening. The following contest is set for one fall and is for the Kansas City Championship.
All right, here we go, Christopher. We have got a gigantic main event here, and there is the Kansas City champion, the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper.
Always good to see the champion on the show. This guy's been on a roll lately.
I think this guy's been on a roll since we started here. He is the only person that remains undefeated in singles competition here in the NWL. And considering the people that he's faced, that is a monumental accomplishment.
Absolutely, just barely squeaking by. Legendary wrestler, beautiful body, not too long ago. This guy really has been on a tear. Dak Draper, Kansas City, taking on all comers from everywhere.
There's a caveat to that. We'll get to that in just a second. Dak Draper in phenomenal shape. This guy is an unbelievable athlete, but cocky.
Before I wrestle Thor Theriot, there's something that's been bugging me. I watched Thor's match with Wyatt 2 weeks ago, and I heard all of you cheer for Thor. The same crowd that cheered for Thor booed me 2 weeks ago, and that hurts. That hurts me right here in my heart.
He doesn't have a heart. Are you kidding me?
Okay, hold on. I'll admit I haven't been the nicest guy, and you guys have been really mean to me.
Well, you deserve it.
I talked to Major Bass and I told him I want to do something nice for all of you, because I do love the NWL KC fans. So Major and I sat down, we got on a conference call, and we called the Kansas City Chiefs.
What?
Wow.
And they agreed to give us 10 tickets to give to the fans.
Whoa!
For the first game at Arrowhead this season. So check under your seats right now for
Get
an
up,
envelope.
get up, Christopher.
Because Dak
Check
Draper
underneath my seat? No, I don't have anything underneath my seat.
A ticket to the Chiefs game
Of course
this
we'd be
year.
excluded from this.
If you have an envelope, hold it up.
Well, there's a little fan in the front row who had an envelope under his seat.
Somebody's got something
All right,
there.
go ahead and open up your envelope, sir.
There's a bunch of people standing up with envelopes. Are the tickets in there?
What does that say?
This fan will be so happy if there's tickets in there.
Oh, shame on you! I tricked you
Look
all.
at that. They all said shame on you. That's brilliant.
And here's a man, if you want to talk about being on a roll, you couldn't be on a hotter streak than this man right here, Thor Theriot. I don't know if it's just me, but Thor Theriot looks to get in better and better and better shape. He is a finely tuned athlete here in the National Wrestling League. And if anybody can put a stop to the reign of terror, as I've called it, that the Mile High Magnum has put us through since winning the championship, it's this man right here.
This guy feels like he's been sidetracked with a long feud for about the first 6 months here in the NWL. Now he feels like his time has finally come to claim that title.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is set for one fall and is for the NWL Kansas City Championship. Your referee is Nick Chin. Introducing the challenger from Lincoln, Nebraska, weighing 213 pounds, Thor Theriot. And to my left, from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the defending Kansas City champion, the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper.
There he is, holding that beautiful championship above his head. And Christopher, I for one want somebody else to hold that title because I'm sick of looking at Dak Draper. every single week.
Listen, why would you want anybody else to be the Kansas City champion? Dak Draper makes a lot of money. A lot of people really like this guy. He's charismatic, he's young, he's talented. When he does well, we do well. I don't know what you understand. You think somebody with no charisma like Thor Theriot is going to be a great champion for this company? Give me a break.
Absolutely. Did you watch the same match I watched and got the pleasure to call last week, where it was Thor Theriot taking on Jeremy Wyatt, best 2 out of 3 falls? That is one of the best matches that we've had here in the NWL, and it would be a pleasure to have Thor Theriot carry the crown for this company.
Well, if you can remember right, Dodo, I didn't call that match with you because I was on vacation.
That's why I said if you watched it.
Of course I watched it.
You need to pay more attention, Christopher.
I'm not paying attention to you until you start saying things I should pay attention to.
This should be a fantastic contest. If you fans remember correctly, these two have actually wrestled before, with Dak Draper coming out victorious in that matchup. But I feel destiny, fate, and even a little bit of momentum may be on the side of Thor Theriot tonight. The bell is sounded, we're underway.
Certainly if there's been anybody here in the NWL that's on a hot streak other than Dak Draper, it would be Thor Theriot. And you're right, this guy just keeps getting in better and better shape, man. He's in phenomenal condition.
I mean, he's leaned out a little bit and put on, shredded up a little bit. This guy is just, you can tell he just works hard at everything that he does, and he has bounced back well after some grueling matches against the foundation of Michael Strider and Jeremy Wyatt.
Those two guys threw everything they had at him, and he came out on top. This guy thinks that he is now ready to ascend to the top of the mountain. And who stands at the top of the mountain? But that man right there, Dak Draper.
That's what happens when you mess with the champ. Shame on you.
Just paintbrushing Thor Theriot. Thor Theriot is pretty angry about that. And now he's rolling up Dak Draper, going for a quick cradle pin. He gets a 2 count and a nice arm drag by Thor Theriot. Make that 2. And a 3rd one. He's got some of the best arm drags I've seen since Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Very deep, very solid arm drags from Thor Theriot. You're right about that. This guy, there aren't many weaknesses in the game plan of Thor Theriot. So I don't think he's probably very good at Scrabble. That's probably a weakness of his.
Dak Draper seemingly very frustrated by the fact that Thor Theriot was able to pull off such good-looking arm drags on him. Quite frankly, he might be a little bit jealous of Thor Theriot. Let's just be honest about it.
Well, I don't think that Dak Draper is jealous of anyone. Why would you be? You're 6'5", you're handsome, you're the Kansas City champion. This guy's got the whole world in his hands. Isn't that a Coke commercial?
I don't watch much TV.
You're a television commentator and you don't watch much TV. What does that say about you?
I watch a lot of pro wrestling. Back to the match here. Oh, tries to dump Dak Draper over the top rope. Shoulder blocks him in the midsection.
Beautiful Oklahoma roll.
Dak Draper going for that Oklahoma roll. Gets a 2 count.
I had to get that in because I knew you didn't know what that was called.
That's right.
Really reaching down on that side headlock. I'm proud of you. All night you've been calling the moves correctly. I'm very proud of you.
Well, I'm auditioning for your job as well. I think that this should be a one-man operation. If I could just prove that I can do both of our jobs, which I think that I have, my life would be a lot easier.
Dak Draper connects with one of those beautiful drop kicks right across the face of Thor Theriot. Look, he's very pleased with himself. His athletic prowess always thrills him. He always thrills himself here. And then Thor Theriot with a nice deep arm drag once again gets control of that arm of Dak Draper.
Well, as many fans as Dak Draper might have, none of them are as big of fans as Dak Draper is himself, right? But he's got every reason to be. Look at this guy. I mean, he's certainly a capable champion. He's defeated everybody who's come across his path. And this guy is just on a roll. Things get better and better every week for Dak Draper.
He had the audacity to say that Beautiful Bobby was his biggest challenge to date. This guy is smug, he's cocky, and somebody needs to put him in his place. And I think that person may be Thor Theriot tonight.
You're trying to tell me that a guy with a reputation like Beautiful Bobby, who's been around the world over 7 times, wrestled on every continent, he's the son of a legend, You're telling me that guy isn't one of the best to ever compete in the ring, and that Dak Draper shouldn't be proud about beating the former midget world champion. Beautiful body.
I'm just saying that maybe calling it his biggest accomplishment to date may be a little bit of a stretch. Dak, not take anything away from beautiful Bobby, understanding his accomplishments. Thor Theriot remains in control of that arm. He's trying to take away one of those big arms of the Mile High Magnum so he can't hit that Mile High Dr. Bomb, because Thor Theriot knows how that feels and he doesn't want to be on the receiving end of it.
Smart move for sure.
And once again, nicely done. Thor Theriot getting out of what looked like a power slam position and going back to work on that left arm and shoulder of the Mile High Magnum. And Dak Draper is very frustrated, and another beautiful arm drag, and locks in that arm ring.
You know, that's one maybe disadvantage that being the champion has, is the fact that everybody watches you, right? But you don't have enough time to watch everybody who's done it for you.
Oh,
Chin getting involved
Dak
again.
Draper getting scared and gets German out of his boots, and Thor Theriot holds on to it. Thor Theriot, we saw him do this against Jeremy Wyatt, unable to connect with the second German suplex, however. And now follows it up with a nice forearm into the corner. Thor Theriot charging once again. He gets met with a big boot by the Mile High Magnum, and he unceremoniously drops him to the outside. Baseball slide, nicely done, sending Thor Theriot crashing spine first into the security railing.
One of the things I like about Dak Draper is that you never really know everything that this guy has in his arsenal. Certainly, he's a guy that likes to keep folks grounded. He likes to keep them off of their feet, but he can fly if he has to.
Dak Draper is a seasoned and skilled collegiate athlete as well as a professional athlete, and you never know where his offense is going to come from, and he just almost brain busted Thor Theriot on the apron there.
He just picked him up and dropped him just because he could.
Just dropping him unceremoniously right onto the side of the apron there. Rolls him back into the ring. The Mile High Magnum in firm control here, going for a quick cover. Referee Nick Chin in position, only gets a 2 count. Locking on those body scissors.
That's a hot body scissors right there for sure. Guy's working hard.
Really wrenching back. I mean, putting all of his weight right on the lower rib cage and spine of Thor Theriot. Notice how Dak Draper's arching back when he does it. Now rolls him up into a nice pin, almost a crucifix type of pin there, and now locks in a front chancery. Great transitioning in and out of holds by Dak Draper.
It's one thing that Dak Draper does very, very well. If something isn't working, he transitions to something that does work. Constantly, though, keeping the pressure, putting his body weight on Thor Theriot. He's been leaning on him now pretty heavily for the last 4 to 5 minutes.
Grabs him by his hair and just dumps him into the back of his head right in the center of the ring. Mile High Magnum is in firm control of this match and has been for the last few minutes here. Thor Theriot, it just may be too much for Dak Draper, may be too much for Thor Theriot.
You're a little frustrated here. I understand that. I've been on my game all night tonight, and it's really been throwing you off. I get it. I'm sorry that I intimidated you so much.
Bouncing his head off that top turnbuckle. I just get frustrated. I want Thor Theriot to win so badly.
You know, your bias for the folks that you like is really makes it hard to call these matches with you. You're supposed to be impartial and down the middle and talk about how great Dak Draper is, and here you are spewing off
nice
about
Northern
Thor
Light
Theriot.
suplex.
Wow.
And he rolls over into a double stomp
Oh, he might have
right in the
broken-
midsection. He could have broken.
Looks like he might have broken one of Dak Draper's ribs with that.
What an impressive feat of strength and agility there by Thor Theriot, transitioning from that Northern Light suplex, rolling over, and then doing a jumping double stomp right to the chest and rib cage of the Mile High Magnum.
That's what makes Thor Theriot so dangerous. This guy can transition from flying around to just brawling, and he's, of course, got all sorts of power and is in phenomenal shape.
Oh, puts a stop to that big boot. Thor Theriot jumping over, kicks him right in the face. The Mile High Magnum just got kicked right out of his boots, and Thor Theriot is looking to go to the top rope. And if he can hit this swanton, Dak Draper puts a stop to that, kicks his leg out from underneath him. Thor Theriot's head crashing that top turnbuckle.
Thor uncharacteristically kind of playing to the crowd right there, and it cost him. We don't normally see Thor doing that.
Thor Theriot usually paying attention to the business at hand, almost going for a Tully Blanchard snap suplex. Oh, hard forearm strike by the Mile High Magnum. Almost sends Thor Theriot into the next row, and a nice, beautiful jumping knee strike. And Thor Theriot wanted to go for a cover, but Dak Draper wisely rolls outside of the ring.
Very, very smart move there from the champion. He knew the lights could have been out right there, and instinctually just started rolling towards the apron.
I haven't seen Dak Draper in this much trouble in quite a long time since his match with Blaine Weeks in the finals of the tournament. And Thor Theriot takes to the air and takes Dak Draper out and crashes him right into that security railing.
He's feeling it right now. He's going to go for a cover. This could be it right here. We could have a new champion.
Quickly, 1, 2, no! Dak Draper gets the right shoulder up.
Showing a lot of emotion here lately, Thor Theriot. We haven't seen this much emotion from this guy in a long, long time, if ever.
Ever since his war with the Foundation, there has been a new side to this Thor Theriot. He is really starting to shine.
He's going for it.
The ring of the NWL. A hard elbow strikes right to the cheek, and he drops him in a reverse DDT, going for a cover 2. No! Thor Theriot gets the left shoulder up, and Dak Draper can't believe it.
Both of these guys are in phenomenal condition as we're past the 15, 16-minute mark, something like that in this matchup. Both these guys, the pain really starting to take toll, but neither one of them breathing all that hard. Just makes you appreciate the type of conditioning that these guys are in.
Both of these athletes in tremendous condition. What is Dak Draper going for here? Could he be? He might be going for a superplex here. He's setting Thor Theriot on the top rope, and we've never seen Dak Draper do this. And if he connects with this superplex, he might put Thor Theriot away.
You know, we're all watching here with bated breath about the outcome of this match. But, you know, one guy that's watching intently is Mr. Do-Gooder himself, Blaine Meeks.
Thor Theriot climbing to the top rope after blocking. There's that swanton bomb. He just connected
with
the chest. This should be it. 1, 2, no! Dak Draper barely gets the right shoulder up. Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. You're right there, Miller. We have seen him put so many folks away with that particular move. He's frustrated. Look, he doesn't know what else can he throw at the champion, Dak Draper, to get that victory.
After putting on the brakes for that superplex and dropping the Magnum right on his face and then driving his shoulders in with that swanton bomb, the crowd is loving all this action.
Yeah, listen to that crowd. They are really going for Thor right now. Wow. You see that Nick Chin?
Referee Nick Chin just got cracked in the face, and he's
got him up. That's the Ragnarok. That's it. We've got a new champion right here.
Get a ref out there. Somebody get a ref out there.
3, 4, 5,
6. The Magnum is down. This is Thor Theriot's match. He should have won the title. Referee Nick Chin is down. Oh, come on. Somebody get out there and make the count. Thor Theriot won this match.
Dak Draper, he's grabbing the title.
Dak Draper grabbing that title. He's probably going to head
up
out.
To his knees at least now.
What is Draper doing? He just cracked Thor Theriot right in the head with that championship. Are you kidding me? Picks him up, Mile High, Dr. Bomb.
That's going to do
Nick Chin back to his senses. 2, no, 3. Dang it. The Mile High Magnum capitalizes and keeps his Kansas City champion.
All of you people out there that say that Dak Draper is just a gimmick, he's just a big joke, but he is your Kansas City champion because this guy has gone through a war with Thor Theriot and he comes out on top. Unbelievable matchup.
What a main event we've seen here tonight.
Give him some respect, Miller.
Nothing taken away from the athletic accomplishments, but let's be honest about it. He was beat. Thor Theriot had him beat, and unfortunately Nick Chin wasn't there to make the count. President Major Basin needs to take a look at this tape again.
Well, first of all, we live in the digital age, so he's going to be watching it digitally, not on tape. But second of all, I only saw Nick Chin's hand go down 1, 2, 3 from Dak Draper. Shame on you, Miller, and shame on you to Blaine Meeks, and shame on you to Major Baysden as well. Why not? That's your Kansas City champion. That's the reason the NWL is so successful right there. That's Dak Draper.
Dak Draper lives to fight another day, and one has to wonder, is Blaine Meeks right around the corner? Folks, we gotta go. Thank you for joining us this week on NWL Kansas City. For Christopher Fulton, I'm Ben Miller. See you next time.
Done yet? Seriously, I got stuff to do.